On this edition of Bearcat Center, we're covering the biggest games of the boys basketball regular season. Starting out with Region 4 threat Harvey Wells County, followed by number 2 versus number 5 with the Grafton Spoilers, and finishing it all off with the road game against the number 1 Beulah Miners. These games vaulted the Bearcats to number 1 in the Class B polls. We've got all the highlights coming up on Bearcat Center right now.
Hello and welcome to Bearcat Center. I'm Hayden Larson along with Travis Blake. The Bearcats started out their season by winning the Ramsey County tournament, but the team looked less than impressive in some of those games.
The true test of this season would come with the remaining games that were scheduled before the Christmas break. Not many observers thought that the Bearcats could come out of this stretch unscathed.
The first game was against the Harvey Wells County Hornets, who were picked by many to give North Star a good run come region time. But when one of their players was lost to an injury in the football season, the game lost some of its edge. Let's take a look.
Daniel Grandy had one three-pointer in the Ramsey County tournament, but here's one of the 3 he made against Harvey. Josh caught the defense napping and found himself on the receiving end of an assist from Jake. Jake was 9 of 13 from the field, including a couple three-pointers like this one. Brooks Larson hit 3 shots from this range and ended the night with 8 points. Colton Braun scored all 4 of his points in the second half. Here he gets the backdoor layup while Jake racks up another one of his 12 assists for the night. This time, 2 Bearcats get behind the defense as Jake whips the pass into Alex for an easy 2. The Bearcats finish strong with 46 second-half points to win this one running away. Daniel and Jake both scored over 20, but 6 others contributed to the scoring.
Next, it was the big rematch of last year's championship game. Grafton came to North Star undefeated and ranked number 5. Grafton had a terrible shooting night for the first 12 minutes, but after that, they heated up, turning what looked like a blowout into a very intense game. Jake started out the scoring with a three-pointer, but believe me, he was just getting started. The rest of the team was having a hard time getting going, so Jake took charge. He made 1 of 4 three-point plays. This was Colton's only basket of the night, but he made it look good from beyond the arc. Weston nailed this 3 from the top of the key. He was a big help in the second quarter as scoring 8 of his 10 points in that period. Brooks Larson hustled to beat the defense back and gather in the long pass from Jake for the layup. The Bearcats squandered a 15-point lead in the second half, and Grafton took a 1-point lead when Driska hit this three-pointer. The Bearcats took a lead back, and by this basket by Daniel gave the Cats a 5-point lead late in the fourth quarter. With just under 2.5 minutes to go, Brooks sealed the victory with this tough shot underneath. Jake's 37 points were the most scored in Candu since last year, when Grant scored 40. Jake also pulled down 10 rebounds. Neither team shot well from the field, and the 9-point margin of a victory can be attributed to free throws. After a couple fairly easy road wins, the undefeated Bearcats got on a bus and headed to undefeated and number 1 ranked Beulah.
The game went back and forth for a few minutes. Then the Bearcats went on a big run, starting with this long three-pointer from Jake, which was immediately followed by another three-pointer from Brooks.
Jake scored 20 points in the first half, getting 3 of them on this drive. Alex Weston and Jake Hagler run the screen and roll, and when the defense adjusts to Alex, he dishes it off to Haugen with a wide-open basket. Here, Jake flicks a pass to Brooks for another 2. Brooks Larson had a breakout game this night. For the first time this season, he was in double figures with 11 points. Alex Weston scored all 5 of his points late in the game, getting 3 of them from beyond the arc with this shot. Daniel Grandy was quiet in this game until the fourth quarter when he scored 10 quick points. Jake Hagler shows off his ball handling abilities as he weaves the ball up the court. He dumps it off to Colton for the layup. Jake, Daniel, and Brooks provided most of the scoring this night as they really pulled away from the Beulah Miners midway through the third quarter to win by 25.
And now it's time for our Player of the Week. This time we're going with freshman Alex Weston. Alex moved up to the varsity level late last season, but hardly saw any playing time. This year, he's already had several big games coming off the bench and has become the team's 3rd leading scorer and rebounder. That's all for this Bearcat Center. On the next edition, we will be covering the Ramsey County Girls Basketball Tournament. On behalf of Hayden Larson, I'm Travis Blake, and as always, have a nice day.